Hello and welcome to Krusty Craft Halloween. This Halloween, we're just gonna spend a nice little campfire talk with some of the boys. We'll have Jackson here and Matt here, and hope you guys have a Halloween and enjoy us probably bicker and argue and I don't know, do whatever we do around a campfire. I guess should be fun. There's nothing right about zombies.
Well, that zombie was probably the best part of this campfire. There's pretty much nothing to do. Not very exciting night.
Well, at least it's
Well, if you're
warm.
so, yeah, I guess. Well, if you're so bored, Matt, then just fucking do something, you moron. Like
What are we gonna do? There's nothing to
anything.
do.
You can do
Yeah?
anything.
Yeah, I doubt that.
This is
Nothing's gonna
Minecraft.
entertain me. Yeah? We'll do something. Entertain me. Right now. I've seen toddlers with better acts than that.
Yeah, I'm kind
Okay.
of unimpressed.
I'm still
Yeah,
unimpressed.
fuck you too. How about this? How about a scary story? It is Halloween after all, you know?
Hmm. I
Hmm,
guess that could work.
I got a good story, but
Yeah?
I don't know if you
What's it
two
about? A
babies can
butterfly?
handle it.
Excuse me? Who are you calling a baby?
Yeah, fuck
What
you,
is it?
bring
A
it
little
on.
hungry caterpillar?
No. It's a story of tragedy and why you should always think twice when messing with villagers. It's called The Half Villager, if you want to hear it.
Bring it
I'll be
on.
down for it, as long as little baby Jackson's down there for it.
You
Yep.
Matt, I don't care that you priest. I'll knock your ass out, bro.
Well then, let's hear it.
Alright. So, this is the story Seer told. Once upon a time, in a lonely village, there lived a villager who had everything. This villager had a loving family and child, with more bread than he knew what to do with. This led for happy, full lives in his village. Every morning, the villager would wake up and kiss his wife goodbye as he strolled out the door and walked to work. He would admire the town hogs and the abundance of food in the hay bales the town seemed to have. He would admire the many shops and stands that the town could produce, and even always ring the morning town bell. This humble villager was a blacksmith. Every morning when he showed up to work, he would go get his safety gear on and repair the iron golem from the night before, as it had protected the village from zombies and other players. Each day he would work rigorously, crafting iron into weaponry so that he could trade with other players to keep his town rich. He would mold the weaponry with extreme craftsmanship and hard work. His dedication was like no other, and his talent was unmatched. After a long, tiring, hard day's work, the villager had received news that there was a player in town, which he was either good for business as they bought weapons with their emeralds, or was bad for the village as these players liked to murder these villagers with no reason other than for the fun of it. He wasn't too worried about it though, as he had good business with these villagers in the past. He disembarked for the day and went home. As the villager approached home, he saw that it was in a blaze. He immediately frantically called for help, but then remembered that his wife and child were inside. As he ran in to help, the building exploded. While searching the wreckage of what used to be the villager's home, they found nothing remaining. But underneath the rubble was the face and body of half of a villager. The other half lost in the explosion. After the incident, many surgeons tried to fix his body. His bones had become too weak, and his organs were falling out of his skeleton. He needed a new one, and at this rate, it was not looking good. Some young experimental scientists wanted to take him in. They thought they had an idea that could fix the problem. They decided it would be best to try and give him a new skeleton, one of prosthetic. The cages that interlapped his bones were agonizing. He couldn't talk, walk, move, or do anything without them hurting. The rest of his life would be torment, yet it would not be the worst pain he would feel. As he left the hospital, he finally scrounged up what money he had left and bought himself a new house. It would not make up for the hole that was left, as his family was gone, and so was half of his body. As he peered out the window to where his house once stood, he could do nothing but feel the agonizing pain as the wind blew through his skeleton and the chains that held him together pierced his nerves, for even speaking was agonizing as the vocal cords would vibrate his entire cage. There was nothing he could do left with his life but just experience intense agony. About a week later, the villager set back off for his job, hoping to try and rebuild somewhat of his life. As he groaned in agony and clanged down the road with his metal skeleton, he no longer admired the pig pen or the shops. He could only stare at the dirt where he wished he was. As he arrived at his job, he took a glance and realized something. The player that had murdered his family had now taken his job. He had nothing. In a massive rage, he began sprinting away from the town, never to return again, screaming in agony as his metal clanged along. He roamed outside the village for a while, until he came to a forest that he figured he'd seek refuge in. He clanged his way through the forest, disturbing many birds as they all flew away in terror. He then disappeared into the woods, said to never be seen again. A long time later, the player got finally sick and tired of that village and destroyed the rest of it. Heading for a new base location, he stumbled into the same woods where the old villager once led into. As the sun began to set, the player made his way through the forest, feeling a chill run up and down his spine. For some reason, he couldn't put his foot on it. What was causing such a disturbance? He continued on into the darkness. As the player began to run through the forest, it began to rain as the chill on his spine grew further and further. As the player searched through the forest for shelter, he stumbled across a cave. He sprinted for the canopy, and as soon as he entered, a little bit of warmth returned to his body. The suspicious chill was gone. But then just a few moments later, as he had thought was everything okay, it returned. Then what happened is unknown, but some say the rain loosened some of the rock in the tunnel and collapsed it on him. They mostly disprove the theory that it was the ghost that killed him. But you have to admit, it is a little suspicious that the same half of him that remains is the half that the half-villager lost. Some say the half-villager's spirit haunts these forests on every Minecraft world, waiting for spooky nights such as Halloween to take back half the body from the players that wronged him. They say you feel cold shivers down your spine, and then when it starts to rain, you can hear metal clunking in the forest. By the time you hear his agonizing screams, it's already too late. You will not have escaped the half-villager. What do you guys think? True story, by the way.
Scary, man.
That was scary. Are you sure? It's like a child's book, Jackson. It's not a real thing.
Oh, it's real. It serves as
Yeah,
a reminder
well,
not to
building your
wrong
imagination.
villagers.
I don't know how to tell you this, but villagers are pretty much useless. They can't defend themselves. What are they going to do?
Alright.
There's nothing in the woods. Listen, it's just a few mobs that we killed pretty easily. Nothing we can't handle. Jackson over there is just, I don't know, probably scared of everything, to be honest.
Flower, oh my god.
Listen,
Well-
the only thing that'd be scary in the woods would be if I saw Jackson. I mean, just, nobody wants to see that in the middle of the woods.
I mean, if you're so brave, why don't you go brave our Whispering Woods? I'm sure they're haunted.
Oh, yeah, sure. Haunted with what? Skeletons and zombies. You know what? Sure. I'll go there. I'll stay the night. And I'll be back in the morning just to show you guys that nothing exists in there that I can't handle.
Alright.
Bunch of cowards.
Well, I guess I'll never see you again. He is going to probably die. They always go after the non-believers first.
What a bogus story. Villagers aren't useful for anything but holding and trading with. Ugh. Always making up stuff. It's always getting so cold all of a sudden. I hate this forest. God, I hate this rain. Why is it getting so cold and wet? I can't stand it anymore. Well, Gavin, Jackson, you out there? Alright, never mind then. Alright, this isn't funny, guys. Hello? Hello? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go away. Go away. You're not real. You're not real.
Okay, cool. So, we left off on the part where you were sitting sad in your house and you were what the fuck?
Ah, sunflower.
Where's Matthew?
Alright, guys.
I'm flying. Why is there a TNT? That's from
Jackson, your injuries, the extent of them seem to be a priapism.
Fuck does that even mean?
Ah, I don't know if he's got the.
Why you
I
guys
don't know if he's got the
circling me?
equipment to have a
I don't
priapism
know
anymore.
if he has at least half the equipment.
I'm gonna goddamn kill myself for this.
At least-
How do you treat a priapism? Well, basically, you whip it out, you put a blood pressure cuff on it, and you pump it.
You whip it out.
No longer admired the pig pen. Or the massive stand. Oh, I screwed up. I accidentally hit my scroll wheel, so I started moving slowly. And then
God
you ran right past
damn
me.
it.
Bro, this.
Jackson, remember to
Director.
move slow down the standing there. Menacingly.
He gets that with netherite armor?
He's the player from the village.
You moron.
Oh, I'm gonna have to kill your ass.
$2.
Wait, you got paid for this? Wait, what? You got paid?
Come special and you're not.
It was the only way to get him on. Through the forest, he found shelter in a cave. As he sprinted towards it and got under the canopy, the air seemed to feel just a little bit warmer. All of a sudden, though, the shivers returned much more than usual. He looked around and no one was there. But what happened next is unknown. Ah, fucking hell. I was one block too far forward. It was just an accident. and something fell on him in the cave. But you have to admit it was suspicious that the only part of his body that was found was the same half of his face. Fucking Jackson, get out of here. You were just panned into the shot.
Jackson.
Not my fault, guys. I haven't moved for 5 minutes.
You got an arrow in your shoulder.
Yeah, that's the most exciting part of this little campfire. I'm bored. No excitement.
Let's fucking do something, you moron.
Oh, really now? What are you gonna do? Do a little magic show? What are you, a first
I could.
grader?
I can juggle.
I doubt that. There's nothing
Watch.
talented over there.
Bam, 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 bam. Ah. I don't know.
Color me unimpressed.
Like,
Okay. Fuck you.
No.
Oh, you thought.
I've had sleepovers in first grade and we're excited for this, guys.
Yeah.
Nothing to do here.
Yes.
Jackson, literally any second now.
What? I thought it was you that said, what's too
No,
scary?
it's your job to bring up the
You-
story.
you bring-
Fuck
you-
around the breeze.
Because when he goes over there, fucking shit!
Hey, that's not fair. Hey!
Alright, I'm back. I had to deafen because you guys wouldn't fucking shut up while I listened to this thing.
Hey, we were talking about
Because
very important stuff.
We're
alright?
talking.
Very important stuff we were talking about.
Yeah.
Fucking,
We were bragging
fuck.
We were bragging about our lifting, alright? Like,
Yeah, you're 225.
Bogus story. Villagers aren't useful. I flew! Can you get me out of creative mode?
Yeah. I just don't want you to die to the mobs.
Man.
That was really good.
ha.
The thunder,
Jackson, we did it!
the thunder struck at the perfect time. I'll have to send. You guys are gonna. It's gonna be corny, but I think you guys are gonna like how this comes together.
It's gonna be hella corny, bro. What do you mean?
You're gonna like it. It's gonna be funny though, and it's gonna be kind of cool.